Delivering my message from the east to the west, from the north down to the south, maybe word of mouth, but I guarantee you this, my efforts gonna be full amount. I've been grinding all my life, and yes, I make mistakes, I let the marathon continue, I can never pump the brakes, this is my legacy, know he's testing me, I'm on this road till I rest in peace, see the envy and I see the jealousy, searching for identity, while bringing the intensity, I'm being me.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mac Mans, aka Motivational Muscle. I'd like to welcome you to the last sip. The intro you heard was from my son, Untitled. That is a new theme song. It is called Untitled by Untitled. I will put the link down there in the comments. You can catch it on YouTube. His EP is going to be nice. But before I do anything else to get the party started, I want to let you know, here in the Brew Shop, we never spill tea, but we do take the last sip. So as you know how I get down, we're going to go ahead and give applause for the agua. Oh, that's good. Let's get another cheer for the agua today. Now, check this out, y'all. Today, I'm going to try to stick with y'all today because last time we did the podcast, we had a little issue. So today we're going to try to stick with it and hopefully everything goes good. I want to let y'all know that today's podcast is super special. I got some subjects that hit kind of hard today, and so we're going to hit on them. And you know, here in the Brew Shop, when I speak on subjects, it's not your opinion, it's mine. It's a little color commentary, if you will. So let's start it off with the first subject. Well, the first subject for this evening is called the GOAT. And if you have been on social media or been following the NCAA tournament, there has been a big argument about Caitlin. Now, this young lady from Iowa, amazing shooter. They're calling her the female Stephen Curry. She can shoot threes, lights out. And there's never a big issue about you commenting on who you think your GOAT is. But this has turned into a war of not just who's the GOAT, but of something a little bit more dangerous. Now, we argue all the time about LeBron James and Michael Jordan and who's the GOAT. Because some of you old school people will say Michael Jordan's the greatest player ever played. Some of you young people will always say that it's going to be LeBron James. Well, it depends on what era you were in. It depends on what's going on. Yes, the NBA right now is soft as tissue, but LeBron's skill set has helped him go another level when it comes to his game. Now, during Michael's time, if you watch those games, he got slaughtered by the Pistons, got slaughtered by the Knicks. He got beat up by the Pacers, the Cavs. Back in the day, the East was all about physical contact, while the West was more show, run and gun. As the Lakers say, was showtime. And so a lot of people back then didn't have what it took to hang with Michael unless you was beating him up because he was just offensively vicious. You couldn't stop him. This era is great. Who are they calling LeBron? I'm going to be honest. You can't forget Kobe. Kobe was Michael Jordan reincarnated. So when you speak about LeBron, you got to make sure you talk about Kobe because Kobe's in the middle. Kobe had tough defense play on him, but also he had a skill set that had him above everybody else. LeBron at this point in time is breaking all kind of records, but he played longer than Mike and Kobe did. So that argument for the great, you can have it. It's depending on what era of basketball you watched. Same thing with Magic Johnson and Curry. A lot of people say Curry's the greatest point guard ever played. Me, in my opinion, I think he's a hybrid. He's not just a point because he does so much other stuff. Sometimes if you ever watch their games, Draymond brings the ball up the court. Then they might get a point guard that brings the ball up the court. Stephen Curry, his biggest thing was always he's a shooter. Him and Klay Thompson have been called the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history. And it's an argument that can be solidified. Now, the thing with Caitlin is she's an amazing player. Awesome. Her single season was one of the greatest single seasons ever in college basketball, be it men or women. But in able to be the great, there's other things that go with being a GOAT, the greatest of all time. We can throw Cheryl Miller in there. Cheryl Miller once scored 100 points in high school in a game. 131, I think it was. Cheryl Miller had the USC record for most 30-point games, which was broken by Juju this year as a freshman. I'm not going to sit here and argue about who I think is the greatest or who I think the GOAT is. You remember, I am a Houston Comets fan. And if you know anything about the WNBA history, my Comets won the first World Championships. They had Cheryl Swoop, Cynthia Cooper, and Tina Thompson. And to me, Cynthia and Cheryl were the female Michael and Scotty. So I'm not going to argue with you about who's the greatest. Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, Donna Taurasi. There's so many females out here that did amazing jobs. My point of getting to is the discussions coming out of this conversation. It's getting like that. Here's the issue. I'm not going to comment per se on the players themselves, but this has sparked such a negative vibe in communities and social media that this needs to be called out. I have a friend of mine, the man is an awesome guy. He's engaged, getting ready to be married pretty soon. I won't call his name out because here on the last sip, I don't spill tea. I just take the last sip, so I won't call his name out. My brother simply made a comment that he didn't think Caitlyn was the GOAT. He wasn't negative about it, wasn't bad about it. He put facts out and people came back. Good discussion, no problem. We're supposed to have discussions. That is what gets the mind juices flowing. That's what we're here for, to have discussions. But it turned from them talking about his credibility as a man and said that his future wife should be ashamed to have a man like this. Then there's some pages that went further on to there were racial battles about why this goes there because a person was white or a person was black. See, situations like this, when they happen, the real true personality of a person comes out. You can't hide things for long. If it's in you, it will come out. And for the fact people are taking a simple subject that can have a nice, healthy conversation, a debate about basketball players and taking it and making it something else is simply ridiculous. We need to sit down and take a real deep look at ourselves, America. We are to the point we can't even have decent discussions over sports without it seeping into something else. What does me not liking to call someone the GOAT have to do with my personality as a man? What is my not giving somebody credit for doing something that I think's amazing? Now remember, everybody's different. Just like a music debate, like I had a young man debate me like, who's the greatest MC of all time? It's not a fair debate. You've been on the earth for 25 years. I've been here for almost 50. I've seen music and heard things that you'll never hear. The debate is not fair. But that being said, we never go to that route to where we're ready to fight about it. This is becoming an issue because during times like this, people's real intentions and feelings come out. That's just like if there's someone that you don't want to be around and you don't talk about them, but someone else comes around and starts to speak on them, but you don't even hang with this person. Oh, I don't have anything to say about them. But then when that person talks, you talk and put your mouth on that person as well, your true intentions came out. You never really liked the person to begin with, but you use that as a doorway to sneak your foot in. Where they do that at? We can't be doing that. You need to be smacked up. You can't be doing that. I just don't understand it. And the fact that we have people out here, oh, don't get quiet now. Yeah, don't get quiet now. because you had big game and big talk where this was going on. Now we got people who are trying to change up, switch up. People you thought were close to you are getting into it because of some college basketball game. Media doesn't do any better either. How the media stated after the game was over, they made it about black and white. They made it about you versus me. People, if my social media goes down today, I want you to understand I always link them together in a later feed. But I'm trying to get you to understand right now that what we're dealing with is something bigger than a basketball game. We've got to get people to start getting along better. People have got to start loving better. People have got to start acknowledging each other more. Instead of the stuff we're going through right now, where we can't seem to keep it together because we're focused on the wrong stuff. I preach this all the time when I speak to you. This situation should not lead to negativity. What happened? Yeah, they made it. Let's keep it real. White team versus black team is what they did. In the media, you heard them. Oh man, that team was, them girls on that side was super big and tough and rough. They're young ladies. They're young people playing a game for fun. They're playing for a chance to go to another level when they're done. They're playing for a national championship, and you took that and you degraded it. Now you got people out here talking mess and going at it with each other, leaving nasty comments on Twitter feeds and social media outlets and comment boxes. For what? Because you couldn't take a simple game. You couldn't take a simple comment of someone not understanding or not agreeing with you. This has got to stop. We don't have to always agree to get along. We can fake it till we make it. It is getting to become such a nuisance to have an opinion on something that somebody else doesn't agree on. So what we need to do is start understanding that we're not always going to agree on things. But we got to start understanding that in order to make peace, we got to keep peace. Some things are best left unspoken. We're not in the era of we can't get along, let's get it on. That's all we need to be doing. Because when the end of the day is over, look how peaceful those young ladies were to each other. And then the stuff I've seen about Dawn Staley on social media is ridiculous. This lady's a legend in college basketball. She's a legend in the WNBA. Amazing, outstanding coach. Her repertoire when she was a player was just outstanding. Her resume as a coach and a player. That's how I feel about laughing at all you guys out here are making fun of her for what she did. And then she got up on the podium and gave flowers to Caitlin. It's time to stop, America. We're going to be real. Let's keep it all the way real. This ain't about the game. This is about something else. And it's time to stop it. My second subject on today is going to be something that's super important to me. Let's get an applause for the water again, man. Hey, I don't know about y'all, man. If y'all know anybody out here, this is what your boy looking for. Your boy is trying to get an endorsement deal. I love water. You know anybody out here that's doing that? Tell them to call me. My number, 501-259-6788. I'm open for commentary. I'm open for calls. You got something you want to say? You want to hit me up? Just let me know I'm here. Make sure, like I said, I have 3 rules here in my brew shop. 1, minimum cussing if any. 2, make sure you're basing your comments on the subject. And 3, hey, we can agree to disagree as long as you're respectful. That's all I ask. My second subject is called cause and effect. And this subject is very important to me. If you follow me on social media, you know I'm raising an autistic granddaughter. What I'm speaking on right now is cause and effect. And what that is when you are having children, and you must understand that not only your choice of mate when you're having children, but your choice of decisions is very important. Beginning of the pregnancy, ending of the pregnancy, and during the pregnancy, your child is always continuously developing. And a lot of us don't seem to understand that when we're dealing with children before they're here, we can affect their outcome. With that being said, we have to make sure that when we are in the process of creating children and watching them grow inside, that we are reading to them, we're not doing any type of stimulants, and that we keep the stress of the mother down. No arguing with your partner, because all these things that I am telling you about affects every last avenue of how that child can develop. You affect how they act emotionally. You affect how they develop. Because children who are not born yet, but deal with that type of stress and trauma from the body of the mother, they carry that with them. Remember, there's a lot of things that you deal with that is hereditary. Heart attacks, heart disease is hereditary. Asthma, hereditary. Pigmentation diseases, skin disease, hereditary. We have to make sure that we are being of sound body and mind when we're going through a situation where the child is starting to develop. Not just during the birth process when the child is being carried, because they said stress and different things the mother does can affect the birth of the child, but right after. Have respect for the mother, understand she's going through postpartum. Have respect for the father, understand he might not know what's going on. Respect and love each other, because you are the cause that affects the way that child develops. Be it learning disability, be it the way they look, be it the way they act, future behavior, it comes from you. So stay steadfast on your beliefs and how you do things. Help your kid to develop. Help them to be productive adults. When you're raising them as young children, let them know that they can come to you and talk to you. Don't be so overbearing, but also make sure that they understand that you are the parent and not the best friend. Learn how to focus and stay consistent with your children. Learn how to love them. Because the biggest problem we have now is not just the child rearing, but the way we participate with our children. Stop letting them sit around watching YouTube and Facebook and stuff all day. Get them off the tablet and cell phones. Take them outside for a walk. Read a book to them. Have mealtime together. These are things that your child will love and start to develop their own personality doing so. Be creative with your child. That carries a lot. Stop always shutting your child down when they're young. Tell them, be quiet. Don't talk. You talk too much. What are you doing? Let them have the creativity that they need, the imagination. Let them embrace that. Because you never know when you're going to have an engineer, a scientist, a lawyer, a doctor on your hands. Let your child develop and help them to do so. Love them. Feed them the right nourishment, mentally, physically, literally, figuratively. Help them. Be the cause that makes an amazing effect. Well, my last subject of the day is going to be some comedy for y'all. And I've been waiting for this subject because y'all don't understand. What we got going on right now is an anomaly. We got an old man by the name of Mike Tyson finna get ready to get into the ring against Jake Paul. And the reason I'm laughing at this is because it was supposed to be an exhibition fight. But now, from what I'm hearing, Mike and his people are asking for this to be an actual fight. So with that being said, I'm so curious to find out what you guys think about this. The fact that Mike is really ready to go in this ring and light something up. To me, it's hilarious. Because the fight was made as an exhibition for the fact that Mike is over 50 years old. And Jake Paul is a young man. Now, Jake Paul has made his money from doing these type of fights and fighting people continuously. He's making money by taking on exhibition fights. He's fighting people like Nate Robinson, which he knocked out. He fought one of the Fury Boys. He's fighting old MMA fighters. But he hasn't been in the ring with an actual boxer. Now, if y'all seen the memes, this could get very ugly because it looked like it might be Glass Joe versus Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That's what it's looking like right now. And I don't know about y'all, but Mike gonna put stone hands to this boy. Glass Joe, Soda Popsky, Super Macho Man, Ball Bull, whoever he gonna be, Hippo. Y'all, the fight is going down. Don't get in there and think because Mike is over 50 years old, you're gonna put your hands on Mike. Have y'all seen how scary Mike look? When Mike just fought Roy, they both old Roy said he had to run because Mike was hitting him so hard, he didn't want to be embarrassed on TV and taking a knockout. I don't know what issues y'all got, the Paul brothers. I know y'all don't have it all upstairs all the time, but to mess with a 50-year-old Mike Tyson, and the last thing to go on the boxer is the punching power. Just imagine how Mike gonna put hands to this dude. And y'all, I didn't mean to do that to you, but I'm sorry, man. I got to hear that again. Y'all, please understand and believe that although Mike's an old man, he coming with that fury. Y'all remember how hard it was to beat him on that game? And then the memes coming out with the Mike half screen with the Glass Joe. Y'all, this could be realistic. A literal Mike Tyson Punch-Out live. Only on Netflix. Now, I know y'all might not watch the fight, but I'm going to watch it. Will Mike lose? He could. Will I be embarrassed for him? No. He's 56 years old, 50-something years old. Now, if Mike put the poof pop surprise to Jake Paul, okay, keep on, Jake. You're going to get your muffin top knocked off. Mike looks serious. Have you seen the training videos on Mike? He literally putting in work. Literally, he looks amazing. And the fact that Mike looks scary, Mike always looks scary. Man, he gonna get in that ring, get to hitting that boy. That's gonna be the shots to the gut right there. So all I can say is this. When the fight is over, don't say, I didn't tell you so. Well, y'all, I thank y'all for tuning in today, man. Like I said, if y'all got any comments for me, hit me at my page here on YouTube at Motivational Muscle 74, or you can hit me here on Facebook, Ontario Hill, verified, or you just go ahead and call me 501-259-6788. I take messages, all that. Y'all, It's been a joy to come before you guys. I love when I get a chance to talk to y'all. I love when I get a chance to come before y'all and drop any type of knowledge I can on you. I love the fact that I got the Brew Shop open for you. Like I said, I'm sorry the video did what it did and got split. Trust me, I got it handled. It won't happen again. But for those of you who love my podcast, like to follow on, I appreciate you. There will be a full joint podcast with as one full podcast. You can catch it on YouTube a little bit later tonight or tomorrow. Also, you'll be able to catch it on Facebook. And you get a chance to go to my other page, Macman's Fitness on Facebook. You guys are amazing. I just love you guys. I've been voted as one of the rising content makers this week on social media. It's because I'm being told my podcast is catching fire. Now, I don't have all the fancy tools and trinkets and toys, but I like to keep it real as I can. And my subjects, y'all, I do the best I can by bringing you the realness because I don't spill tea, but I do get the last sip. And I'm always going to do that for you. Always going to bring that to you. Always going to bring that flavor, that seriousness, because I understand that when the grits hit the fan, somebody got to keep them cooking. You guys, this has been so amazing. And like I said, man, I want to thank my son, Untitled, for the theme song. And just for y'all, man, because we know that we got Mike Tyson handling business. We know we got the fight coming up. And we know now that they try to make it real, it's not an exhibition. I want to give y'all, leave y'all with an applause. A hand clap. And I want to show some love for Mike Tyson. Remember, if you can't take the last sip, don't ever spill that tea. But stay at peace. Get him, Mike.